courses that are also very, very instrumental to your background, and you submit all of that to Uni Assist. So they convert it and evaluate it according to the German grading scale, and then they send the approval to the university, and then from there they send you the evaluation form, so you know what your score is when it's converted to German grading scale. Then from there you can also make your applications from there. Then some schools also require you to also apply directly from to their school, thereby avoiding having to pay via Uni Assist, right? So some schools who do that for direct applications from international students, sometimes they still require you to also have what we call a document of verification. That can also be done from UniAssist. Sometimes it's 45 euros or 35 euros, depending on the university and depending on the course. So it's very, very important you check the school and then you check what is also required. Also, despite uh, public institutions are free tuition schools or low tuition fees, there's what we call semester enrollment. So it varies from 250 euros to 410 euros. Like my school is 410 euros that you have to pay. And then every semester. And mind you,
Are you
the
currently in
master,
Germany?
yes, I am.
Okay, okay, good.
So, mind you,
Oh, you want to move to the US, right?
yes, yes, sir, I am.
Okay,
So, yes, to the US for my PhD. So,
okay.
mind you, each for Germany, we have courses. Masters is 2 years. For most public universities, the master's is 2 years, 6 months per semester. So you go to classes for 4 months, and then 1 month for your papers or exam, and then another month for you to prepare for whatever research backgrounds that you have for that. So 6 months is per semester. So meaning you have 2 years for your master's program. Then some are 1.5 years. So some are 5 semesters, right? Sorry, 3 semesters, so 1.5 years for that. So in between 1.5 to 2 years is your master's uh, degree program. Also, for the 18 months post study visa, you don't just get it for free. So yeah, sure, you graduated from a German university, so voila. No, you still need a block account to be able to get that as well, right? So it's expected that as a student, if you're not on scholarship, that
So
you're
this
working.
block account of a thing, what's the meaning?
Okay,
Sorry, Elizabeth Shuku, can you please check your Zoom chat? So what's the meaning? What's the meaning of that
okay.
block account? I think you guys need to
So
explain. Yeah.
okay, so what block account is if you are coming to Germany for 2 years, is expected to some extent that you have at least 1 year amount of money locked in a German account. So you total the amount you need. Let's say currently now is 992 times 12, which is 1 whole year. You should have it. And then you have it in the German account. It is locked. So when you arrive in Germany, it's not withdrawn. The bank pays it to you like a stipend monthly until the money is finished. So while you are in Nigeria, it's expected of you to have this total amount locked, approved already. So when you come into Germany, from there, insurance deducts their pay. Then the bank pays you 992 every month. From 992, you pay your rent, you pay your insurance and all of that. So sometimes when you borrow money to put in this block account, you cannot immediately withdraw it. They have to give it to you bit by bit monthly until the money is exhausted. So if you have up to 2 years, it will exhaust in the space of 2 years. If you have the money up to 1 year, it will exhaust in the space of 1 year. So that's what the block account did. So it's not like for UK where you have to get proof of funds and put it in the account, and then when you get your visa you remove it and pay whatever percentage you have to pay. No, for Germany it is locked. The bank pays you like a stipend monthly, so you do not own. You kind of own the money, but you do not own everything once. So they pay you to you monthly. So that's what the block account means. So it shows that you have proof to sustain yourself within the duration of your study. So when you're done studying for the 18 months post study visa, you still do not get it straight ahead. Is some cities gives you 6 months, some city gives you 1 year, then 1 year is the max you can get. So you keep renewing it every 6 months, every 1 year, pending if you have an insurance or in employment, or you have enough funding in your account. So that is what it means. So sometimes you say, okay, there's a post-study visa. It still requires you to also have amount of money covering the 18 months before the post-study visa can be granted. Then the issue of language. Also, yes, if you're coming to Germany, it's also very important. You should practice, Duolingo. Goat Institute also have some apps that you can practice for free, but that's not enough. So when you come into Germany, it's expected that you have to learn Dutch. In Germany, you always hear kind English, kind English. So before you communicate with someone, you just have to ask, please do Deutsch or that English before you can continue your communication. So you have to learn German. And then to get a job here, there are English speaking jobs, obviously, but it's really, really, really very scarce. Even the English speaking jobs, you still have to get a German skill to be able to get a job. For me to secure an internship, I had to submit my B1 level of German before I could work in an English organization. So they are so, so keen on the language. It's very, very important. So that is what I wanted to share so that we can all, have a grasp of what is expected. But Germany is fun. It is nice. Sure, you can cope. You can speak English in your classroom. You can communicate. You can do a lot of things, but have it at the front of your mind, not at the back of your mind, that you need German language skill to survive here. If not, it's quite very, very frustrating. So this is the little experience I could share. So thank you, everybody.
But so in terms of expenses, right? When you say that jam, so anybody can unmute yourself and ask question. Yeah. In terms of expenses, can you say Germany is more expensive compared to like maybe UK, Italy, or France, right? In terms of expenses, that's the cost of living to school there.
Okay. I would not say it's very much expensive. I think the major problem is you having enough money first to be able to come in. I think that's the major obstacle that is that's the major obstacle, right? I think things you can get by. I think like I get a stipends of 992 per month, and then in the space of that 992 per month plus one or two extra subsidies for my accommodation and all of that, you'll be able to manage yourself, right? I mean, as a student, you're not here to ball, you get. So you're here to at least achieve your educational goals and then, rack up some sort of savings and plan your life. So if you're somebody who is economical with finances, I'm sure, I mean, you can get a good standard of living on a very minimal level. But the most important thing is that particular block account is usually the most annoying thing because it is where believe that a lot of people struggle to live by without having the means. So they come in, and then because they've had a rate where a lot of students come in, and then they start claiming for asylum that there is war in their country or so many things and all that. So they are trying to carve out a lot of that to make sure that at least have enough money for 1 year and then come in, then you can find your way around it. So it's not quite expensive, but it's okay.
Actually, the speaker said he didn't even know that he already left the Zoom. They has been talking since. So that's the ship on network. Okay. Yeah, to me, what I can say is that I know it might seems that I know people are saying that, oh, Jama Hero, Jama Hero, oh, Jama Hero. But one thing is that I think it's still more affordable than, maybe like, Canada or, North America or something like that or US. Yeah. Because in this place, if you don't have funding, it's very, very tough to like study in the US because I'm going to explain you do like at least you even need to prove to the US that you can speak English. So they don't need you to speak your language. Now, you can't work as a student in the US. You can't work means that for Canada now I think you can work outside the school. For UK you can work outside the school, but for US you cannot work outside. So even if you are getting a job, you have to get a campus job. We call it GA, graduate assistantship. Maybe you are working with your department, you are working in one department, you are working in this place, you are working in that place, something like that. Yeah. So it's very tough, and the money you are getting from them may only be able for you to even pay your house rent alone and buy something. But you have your school fees to pay. Yeah. And here sometimes, yeah, something that's very interesting about you is just that the state you are, the state your school is, right, matters a lot. It depends on the cost of living. But if you are fully funded, you don't care. But if you are not fully funded, you have to go to you want to go to a state that that has a very low cost of living. For example, now some people pay as high as I'm not some people pay as high as $1,000 to $1,000, $900 per month on house rent. Everything we pay is every month. Even our phone bills, everything is monthly, right? Why some people pay as low as 350, 400 per month on house rent, but they are not in the same state, or they're not in the same city, right? So and because of so and that's one of the and those are the things you need to, like, people need to always tell people, if you are coming to the US to come and study, the most reasonable thing you should do is to come with scholarship. Sorry, with not scholarship, with funding. You should be fully funded, or else I don't know the lie anybody want to lie to you. Yeah, don't worry, come. When you come, there's nothing you want to settle, there's nothing you want to sort that. If you come, you are going to be on a financial hardship if you come to US without funding. Serious, except if your dad is like Dangote or $10, or your dad is working in one oil and gas companies, an MD, and is getting almost like, maybe your dad is collecting around 50 million per month. Yes, maybe they will be able to raise money for you, right? But a son of a civil servant, or your mom is a business person, or the turnover of your house income is even up to 50 million naira per year. You cannot afford it. Yeah. You cannot afford it. No, you cannot afford it. And that's one thing people need to, like, understand. I always tell people, when you apply to the US, you should don't just apply because you want to get admission. No. Yes. Okay, so our speaker is back. So let our speaker continue. Yeah.
Sorry everyone. So I didn't really know that the network went off because I was actually the system is on a slideshow. So I never knew I've been offline since. Only for me to check my phone and I saw Bola's message. So I'm very very sorry about that. Sorry. What was the last thing that was heard from me? At what page?
I think you were talking about let me
We're
see.
actually talking about step three, the preferred documents and the likes of it.
Good.
Anabim,
No,
when we
no.
were mentioning Anabim using farm certificate, I was asking what's Anabim then.
Okay. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
No, we're just seeing you. You can see your screen.
How about now?
No, you're not still showing your screen. I can't see your screen. I don't know about this, but it's just you on the.
I can't see your screen either.
Need to move your, I don't know, the screen. Are you using a single screen or two screens?
Single.
If you're using a single screen, they're supposed to show. You are
Your
still not
screen.
showing. If you are showing, I'm going to notice on YouTube. You're not showing yet. You are not showing yet. It's still you that is showing on the screen, not your slide.
It's
It's
showing
showing
now.
now. I can see it from my end.
Okay, it's showing now. Yes, it's showing now. Okay. Can you guys see it
Once
now? Okay, it's
again,
showing now.
okay. I'm sorry
But put it
about
on put
the.
it on full screen first. Let's
Uh,
I'm
see.
out again. No, I think it's no more here.
Okay, let me just like a recap. You check. Okay, someone said I was already at
It's still not
step
showing.
three.
Though
Now,
I think if you put it on what was it called? Um
maybe
so
I should remove it from slideshow then.
no, so do the slideshow before you share.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me do it that
Do the
way.
slideshow first, then now share.
Oh, so sorry. Sorry, how about now?
Yes, yes, we can
Can
see your
you
screen.
you can see the screen? All right.
Yes.
Sorry, let me just share it since you can see the screen and
Yes,
the
sir.
descriptions could be seen. All right. It seems as I'm taking it to slideshow, I'm trying to. I don't know why. What is actually causing the problem? I don't know. Okay. How is it like this? Is it still visible from your hand?
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. All right. Thank. Okay. I think this is perfect then.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So just like a recap, the step one that you should choose a course and university. Step two, you should check eligibility. Then step three, you should prepare document, academic transcript, certificate, and the CV. And like I said earlier on, for those who obtain their degree in the English language, that is, English language is the language of instruction. You don't necessarily require a translated certificate, if and only if the language of instruction in the school you are going to is actually English language. Then your CV must be properly structured. So it must also include your work experience, your research experience, your publication. Because what make you is your CV is let me say, it's something that represents you even while you are not there. And I remember I quoted Bola when he said some scholarship aspirants who are competing, that their profile could not even award them secondary school teacher. So although it's just a joke anyway, but your CV must be up to date. And I also want to encourage you once again, because in the while I was speaking earlier on, I never knew that I was off. So I made reference to a particular instance that if you are updating your CV on your system, you must also update the same CV on your social media platform, such as LinkedIn, your Twitter, and any other platform you are using. Because that actually cost me an opportunity in 2023 when I had a virtual meeting with a professor in the US for my PhD. Then she had shown me the lab, shown me everything. She was willing to, to accommodate me. We've even agreed. The discussion went fine. So only for her to went, I think she went to search for me on LinkedIn. And as at then, my LinkedIn was, I think I only had my profile picture and I don't know whether I knew that thing. So that's why I missed that opportunity. So as you are updating your CV on your system, endeavor to also update it across all your social media platform. The motivation letter is required for uh, master's degree. However, for PhD, a research proposal will be required from you. Although, irrespective of either PhD or masters at the embassy, you will still be required to write a motivation also. Why, excuse me, why, I mean, the choice of Germany, your course, the department, and the like. So just take note of that. The language certificate. So if English language is the medium of instruction in your school, you don't really need the language and your the language of instruction in the program you are going for is also in English language. So just get English proficiency certificate from your school, so from your registrar. So that is enough for that. If the language in your school, the proposed program you are going for is in Germany, so at least you are supposed to present a proof of proficiency in German language, at least A1 level, maybe up to A level if you have the capacity. So you can start learning about German at least A1 level using social media like YouTube. There are lots of influencers. You can also use your Duolingo app. So Duolingo also there's a free German language class there, so you can use that. Then the passport copy, your passport must be at least you must have at least 6 months before expiration. Very very important. And the passport must also contain at least two vacant
Question.
pages that have not been stamped. So, and sorry, let me just present finish. So, in case anybody has a question, you can quickly ask. So, I will respond to all the questions. So, and step four now is to apply. And I said you can apply through the university portal, you can apply through uni assist, and then you can also apply through central admission system. So, like the uni assist is like a agency that they are like a media, or let me say like a medium between applicant and the university. And in fact, masters the students they can apply through the uni assist, but that's they actually recommended. But for PhD, you can just apply directly through the university portal. So then you must also take note of the application deadlines. So usually there are two semesters. We have the winter and we have the summer. So the winter is from May to July, and the summer usually from December to January. So we have to note the application deadline. So on this, I would recommend you have a checklist whereby you can be tracking the program you want to apply to and the deadline. That will assist a lot. And the steps this is to receive admission. That's if you are awarded an admission, accept your admission letter. That's the acceptance letter known as a Zulasung. So very, very important. And you prepare for the next step. And what's the next step? That will be your visa process. So and at the for the visa process, for PhD students, it is very, very important you get a letter of invitation because the school cannot just award you the school cannot just give you what's it called an admission letter. It is through your supervisor. So the only thing that is needed while you are in your home country is an invitation letter that will be sent to you by your supervisor. So get that as a PhD student. There's also another document known as a hosting agreement. So the hosting agreement is also although not all professors are actually interested in releasing that document. If you have a good rapport with your supervisor can that your professor can release the hosting agreement. What's the advantage of the hosting agreement? If you go to an embassy with the hosting agreement, they will consider you for a research visa, not a student visa. What's the implication? Within 3 years, you can get your permanent resident. Maximum 4 years, you get your permanent residence. So while your program is ongoing, they've started counting for you that, oh, you're already in Germany, you're a researcher. So that's how you'll be treated. So that's why if you can get a hosting agreement, which is very, very important and to be advantageous specifically to the PhD student. However, for masters, you don't really need that. You apply directly to the university, so you need to upload your admission letter, then your travel and the enrollment. So when you initially you might be granted 3 months visa or maximum 6 months. On the rare cases, they normally award the student 1 year visa. But when you arrive in Germany, you can actually upgrade your stay. So that is allowed. So that's one of the reasons they recommend that you must have at least 6 months validation period for your visa. Now, how to secure fully funded scholarship? So we have a scholarship provider. Sorry, I hope I'm audible enough. So I don't be like before.
Yes, yes. I don't
All
know
right,
about that, but yes, me, I can hear you.
all right. That's fine. Thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
that. So we have several scholarship providers
I
like
can
the
hear you, sir.
DAD, we have the DAD, we have the Erasmus, Deutschland, the stipendium, we have CAD, Enrich Bob Foundation, and other scholarship. So other scholarships like the university scholarship, private scholarship, and a lot of them, they are available. However, it's a dad that actually has the highest capacity. So that has been in existence since 1905. I think last year they celebrated their 100 years of existence. Is that 1905 or 1915 or thereabouts? Yeah, that should be 1915. So that actually has a capacity, the largest capacity or among the scholarship providers. So the KAAD is a Catholic academic program, usually for leadership and the Catholic doctrine and something related. You can read more about that. So, in fact, if you're a Catholic member, I think that scholarship is a will be good for you. You can easily apply by getting a letter and necessary document from your parish priest or the bishop of your diocese. So I only buttress on that because of that one is a Catholic specific. However, the scholarship also can be awarded to non-Catholic members, but you must have shown, let me say, an expertise, or you must have proven beyond doubt that, oh, the scholarship should be awarded you. So we have a requirement for scholarship. So the number one is a strong academic record. So academic record is not just limited to your CGPA. It's very, very important. You must also engage in other activities like your leadership, community development, your presentation, your publication, and lots more. So don't just limit to, no, I graduated with first class. Perfect. You can graduate with first class and still not get a scholarship. So provided that you make sure that your academic record is strong and competitive enough, that will be very good for you. And the relevant degree. So if you are applying for masters, then now you at least must have your first degree. And if you are applying for PhD, you're also expected to have your must have completed your master's degree. Even if the certificate is not yet ready, but you should be able to have a statement of results that can be shown during the application process or at the application stage. Now, we also have the language proficiency. Like I said earlier on, if your medium of instruction is English language and you are going for a program that the language of instruction is also English, just get your English proficiency letter from your registrar. Then the letter can serve as a language proficiency. It will attest that, oh, language of instruction is English language. Then you also have your motivation letter, so which is very, very important, especially for masters during application stage. And for scholarship, motivation letter is required for masters, and for PhD, a research proposal is required. Before I forget, let me quickly ship this in for PhD. Okay, I'll talk more about that as we proceed. Now, you may now ask me, why do you have to contact a professor? So it is very, very important you contact a professor, specifically if your program is a master, if your master program is research based, or if you are going for a PhD program. So, and it will also boost your chances of, getting admission. So that's why it is necessary for you to contact a professor. Then how to find the professors? I heard the Bolas mentioning it earlier on that is he going to have a section with you guys on how to find a professor. So the same thing that is applicable in the US is also applicable in the it's also applicable in Germany.
bó wà ní ibi tí
So
professor tó kọ lọ lánàá torí wọ́n sọ fún mi lálẹ́ bọ̀ dáàdì tí ń bọ̀ fi
sorry,
gbogbo ara gbọ́ wọn.
can you
Wọ́n sọ
mute
fún
your
mi
microphone?
pé ó ṣe náà ni pé
Sorry,
láti mọ́mí
Bola.
kò fi sọ.
Can you help us mute that person?
Yeah, I'm here. I want to even remove the person. I'm not even muting. I want to remove the person. Continue what you're saying. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So, how to find the professors? You can find professors using a university website. So, like in my own case, there was a trick I used. I already had I decided that, oh, I'll be going to at least maximum the first 5 to 10 universities in Germany. So I already have their list based on what ranking. So from that list, I now selected that okay, let me explore school. I was now exploring them one after the other. I was exploring the department, and that's how I was able to get a professor that his research interest perfectly aligns with mine. And through research publications, if you come across a publication that interests you, if you check the details of the author, and if any of them is from Germany, you can also use that avenue. Then you can use LinkedIn. You can also use Google Scholars. So then email structure, which is very, very important because that's what you use to contact a professor. Your email is segmented into four major parts. The first part is you introduce yourself. The second part is you mention your background. You explain your research interest. Then you also attach your CV. You attach your CV. Now, uh, for PhD students, you must have, a research proposal. So you are expected to attach your research proposal. So that's very, very important. However, in the content of the email, you have to let the professor realize that you are flexible. Flexible in the sense that, oh, it doesn't mean that, oh, this research proposal you are submitting, that your research must also be based on that research proposal. You understand? So you must be flexible to accept other, the current research or current, the trendy research activities in that professor's group. So don't be too rigid. You must be flexible, and that must be stated in your letter. However, if you don't have a research proposal yet, though it's advisable you have the research proposal, but there's a way you can play around that. If you know you've recognized, you've identified a particular problem. So having identified the problem, you can discuss with the professor that, oh, and problem. So you cannot suggest that if the professor is willing, or if the professor sees it as something that aligns with his or her interest, that you will be willing to draft a proposal. You understand? So then you cannot draft a proposal to that effect, but it is always advisable you have your research proposal ready. So even upon request, within a day or 2 days, you can easily send it across to the supervisor. Now we have the sample email. So for the sample email, the first thing is greeting, like we all know. So, but please take note of this that Germans generally they are cultured people, just like Yoruba. The way you will greet an elderly person in Yoruba, it's not the same way in Yoruba land. It's not the same way you are going to greet maybe a friend, a close person, and an ally. So in Germany also, if you are addressing a professor, go to the professor's research page. At times you might see Professor, Doctor, ENG, whatever, whatever. Just copy all the abbreviation. And even if you cannot capture, yes, just copy all the abbreviation. Dear Professor, Doctor, ANG, what they have a lot of affiliations, and just copy as you've seen it on their website. Then you now put the professor's name. So then, short introduction about yourself. So you at least okay in this under this paragraph you are supposed to have mentioned about okay where you obtained that your first degree, your second degree. So what are those things that could sell you out? Excuse me. Maybe your CGPA, your research, or probably you've been awarded a scholarship. Within that first paragraph, you can see that oh, I've been awarded a fully funded degree scholarship on so, and the research. This is this. Then you must also state why how your interest or your experience aligns with that professor's interest. That is also very, very important. Then in the next paragraph, you must also state why them. So you now speak explicitly. Explicitly in the sense that you have to also be mindful of the choice of a number of words you use. So it's very, very important. Then you also state your goals. Your goals, they are also very, very important. They are also your post-studies goals, what you intend to achieve with the research, and don't forget to also state it emphatically that okay, maybe Professor, I am confident that under your guidance, I will gain so experience and become an expertise in so area. They always love to see that because that shows that you must have read through their about their profile very well. And on the final note, don't forget to request for supervision. It's very, very important. The generic email. I think as you proceed, you get that. So, these are tips for success. Keep email short and professional. Personalize each email. Attach your CV proposal, as the case may be, and then you follow up politely. At least you can give them like 14 working days. In fact, there's an advantage with German professors. I think they usually respond on time. Excuse me, they usually respond on time. So within 2 days, 3 days, you can easily get a feedback from there. If they are interested in responding, they will respond. So within 14 days, if you are not able to get any response, and you also send a follow-up message, like a polite follow-up. If no feedback, just move on. Keep on trying and keep on exploring. So these are the common mistakes. Maybe if you send a generic emails, it's not really ideal. So if you don't have any research proposal, but for PhD student, at least you must write about a research concept. You understand? Then poor grammar and sending mass emails in the sense that if you are sending the same email, you are sending it to many professors. In fact, you might not it's a mistake that should be avoided, because you have to align each email to the professor's area of specialization. So you must compose or modify your email and make sure that it is unique to a particular professor. And the final tips, you have to start early. At least you have like 6 to 12 months to plan ahead. And you can apply to multiple universities if it's allowed. You prepare documents carefully and stay consistent. Stay consistent. I repeat again, stay consistent. This is very, very important, because consistency is the key. And if you explore a particular country and you are not getting it right, you can also try and explore other countries. And at every point you apply,
Please unmute yourself. I muted everyone. Please unmute yourself.
I can't hear him more.
Please don't unmute yourself. Yeah, please. Yeah, continue. Carry on.
sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, I have to mute everyone again.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, thank you. And I hope my slide is still showing.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes, it's
let me
still showing.
just, all right, thank you. Just like a quick recap on the common mistakes. So the generic emails, no research proposal or research concept or a research idea, specifically for PhD students, and poor grammar and sending mass emails. So I said you must send your email must be unique to a particular professor. So from time to time, you must always edit your email before you even send it out. So then you start early. That's the final tip. Apply to multiple universities. It is allowed. You prepare document carefully and stay consistent. I repeat again, stay consistent. And on the third note, stay consistent, which is very, very important. Scholarship application or getting admission into Germany is not for the weak. So you might be lucky, you might try it the first time and you get it right. So, but if you apply the first time and nothing seems to work out, evaluate yourself, evaluate your profile. You will always see areas of improvement. You will always, in fact, you will definitely see. Take for instance, I remember when I applied to the US, I started with 10 applications. I was only awarded partially funded the scholarship into 2 universities. I moved on. I said no. I need nothing. I don't need anything less than fully funded scholarship. I applied the second year to 20 something schools, nothing comes out. My last application, I think I applied to about 32 schools again. So whereby I was offered still on partially funded. So I was like, no, nothing more. I need nothing less than fully funded. So I stayed consistent. I was consistent with it. So and at every stage, I kept improving on my profile. I was seeing areas that actually needed improvement. I was improving on them. I improve and I improve. So the same thing is also applicable. You might be lucky enough that your first application you get it. The second time, you might not get it the first time. Apply the second time. Apply the third time until you get it right. At every time, point in time that you are not getting it right, just have it in mind that there's something you are not doing right. So it is very, very important that you have to improve on that. And my conclusion, German is affordable and high quality. Scholarships are competitive but achievable. Preparation is key to success. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. So what we need to do now is just that we need to they need to ask a question, meet themselves and ask a question. Yeah. So yeah. So that's what we need to do now. So if you have a question, raise up your hand, your emoji, right? Then when you do that, then you can unmute yourself, right? Quietly and ask question. Please, no cross. You guys should not ask cross question but this one is talking, this one is
Hello.
talking. Yeah, you can continue.
Hello,
Yeah.
sir.
So
Hello.
one
Hello, good
person at a
evening.
time.
Okay. Hello, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I can
good
hear
Hello.
you.
evening.
You can speak on.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. First, I want to
Yeah,
say
good
thank
evening.
you for the session. Thank you for the session. Now, I want to ask, for example, Dad, I think I'd already asked a question if there's age limit, because one of my friend that got that, he was like, once you're 30, you can't get it again. And secondly, my second question is, I applied for Dad 2024, and I was told that they would get back to me through via email, and I still didn't, at the expected date, I checked, I didn't get an email. I sent a follow up email, I didn't still get a response. So I don't know if I should still follow up again for the DAT scholarship for the school. So
All
I don't
right.
know. That's two questions.
All right. The first one, there is no age limit. I even know someone who is at 40, early 40 something years old now, that was awarded that scholarship. There is no age limit. The only concern is maybe, for instance, someone is 35 years old and you are now applying for masters. you know, to them they will be like, "Oh, what has this person been doing with his or her life?" I don't know whether you get my point. So if somebody of 45 is applying for master for PhD, definitely the person will get it. Even for masters, if you are still 35, you'll be awarded. So there is no specific age limit. Although there are many dad scholarships, we have a lot of them. In fact, very numerous. Except if the program now states that, oh, so age range is the requirement. So if the program does not state, or the advertisement does not state the age limit requirement, don't disturb yourself about age. Age is not a factor. And one advantage about that is that if you get their scholarship once, in the nearest future, if you have a concept, you can easily write to that, oh, you have so, and you'll be willing, whether if this program can be funded by them, they will be willing. So that's very important. And on the second question, do you have evidence after your application? Do you have any evidence that you've been shortlisted? If I get it right, because you said you were shortlisted, am I right? Hello?
No, I wasn't shortlisted. After hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear
Hello,
you now. I can hear you.
hello.
I can
Yes, I
hear
wasn't.
you.
I was not shortlisted. I'm saying that. Okay, I was not shortlisted. I'm saying that they emailed me and told me they would get back to me at a particular date. So I waited for that date. There was no response about the scholarship. I sent a
Okay.
follow up email to find out what's going on. There's still no response till now. That was since 2024.
If it is
And it was that
2020,
I, yes,
if,
I emailed,
if it
I
is
sent an email to Charity University.
okay, in that case, since it is
Hello?
20, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. since it is 2024, this is 2 years ago. So you can still send up a final follow-up email. You understand that you are still awaiting uh, their feedback. Okay, definitely, they were supposed to reply you. So definitely, but just make sure you are also sending email to the actual email address. That's also very, very important because you might be sending the email to a wrong email address. So it's very, very important you send the email to the right email address. So send the follow up if you are sure that it is the right email address. Send the follow up to the right to the email, and if you didn't get it, just move on. You can as well reapply again. So you keep pushing until you win. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Let me just call those who
Okay.
raised their hands.
Can I?
Patrick Chisholm, Patrick Paddy. I don't know.
Okay.
Permit. Don't mind my
Good evening.
pronunciation. Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
So please, thank you for the informative session. Please, so my question is, the for masters in this in Germany, is it the same as US whereby you can apply for all this funding, or is only PhD?
All right. Thank you for that. Like I said earlier on, there are two ways you can be admitted into Germany. And I also stated that all German public universities, they are tuition free. So you are not paying any tuition. So the only money or that will be required of you is your stipend. So you can get that by yourself. So and approximately about 950 euro is required of you at least with your living accommodation within a month. So you're expected to have at least about 950 euro. So if you multiply by 12, so that should be around 11,000 or 12,000 euro. So this is the estimated expenses for a period of 1 year. So if you have any proof that you can show this, that oh, you can comfortably sponsor yourself, or for 1 year you are a good fit, you get it now. So unlike the US also, that you can easily be considered for TA and RA. It's only uh, if you are being employed for TA and RA in Germany, also you will be paid for that. You understand? So you don't necessarily need, especially for masters, you don't need much stress. However, masters is a bit competitive more than a PhD. You know, at least for PhD applicants now, they are a bit closer to the top of the pyramid. So I don't know, maybe I've answered your question or you still need further clarity.
Okay, so for masters, this is competitive, but surely someone can get a TA or RA for masters in Germany.
Yes, in fact, one thing, an advantage of Germany is also you can move with your family easily. In fact, German, they really appreciate family a lot. You can move easily with your family without any restriction, provided you must have a proof that you must also have a proof that, oh, it's fine. But if you are awarded that scholarship, both your child, your children will also be covered for by that. There will be monthly stipend. So giving will not be worried about. And for a fully funded scholarship, in fact, that is what I would recommend any of you to get. Even if you want to choose to still work for 20 hours, that is your personal money. That would not be also at your convenience. I hope that is clear enough.
Yes, yeah. Thank you very much. It's clear. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right. Emmanuel Ayede. Sorry, don't mind my pronunciation.
It's all right. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for the lovely presentation. I wanted to just ask if you could expand on the visa process for the research visa. You said that if you apply for the, I think you call it the hosting agreement, it's 3 years. And so if you could just please expand a little bit more on that, I would appreciate that. Thank you,
All
sir.
right, thank you. I said for PhD, it's only PhD student that can be given the hosting agreement. So the hosting agreement is like a contract, like a work contract. You know the way Germany treats a PhD, they treat it like you are working. Though you might still be, you still end up getting your certificate, yes, but they treat it as a work visa. So in your own case, if you get a hosting agreement while applying at the embassy, you present the hosting agreement that you already have a hosting agreement. So when you present that you already have the hosting agreement, you'll be treated under 18D visa. If you don't have the hosting agreement, you'll be treated under 16D visa, and 16D visa is for student visa. But for the 18D visa is for research visa. And with 18D, you're already getting your, within 3 years, 2 to 3 years maximum, within 4 years, you get your permanent residency. So unlike the student loan that you still have to transit from student to either a researcher, it takes longer time to get a PR, that is permanent residency, excuse me, with a student visa compared to the research visa. So for your research visa, from the day one you've entered Germany, they will start counting for you that, oh, within so, your time starts counting for you to get your permanent residence. Let me just put it that way. I hope that is clear enough.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Thank you
All,
very much.
all right. Emmanuel Olajide.
All right, so
Okay.
thank you very much for the wonderful session. Concerning the scholarship, does it take care of your living expenses, or you still have to have a particular amount in your account to cover
All
for
right.
your living expenses?
Okay. It actually depends on the scholarship. If it's a fully funded scholarship will cater for all your expenses. So, but some will still cover your flight, but some you may have to pay for the flight by yourself. If it is fully funded, all your expenses, all your bills will be catered for. I hope that answers your question. All right. Emmanuel Arosho or Arosho, permit me, don't. Hello. Okay, seems none of them is available. Let me
Yes,
just check
thank
through
you,
the
sir.
chat.
Thank you, sir.
Can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
All right, you
I
can speak on.
Okay.
Hello?
I want to ask about
Okay.
people that are married. How is it easy for them for a scholarship? Is scholarship easy for them somehow, like single people?
Okay. Concerning that, I think marriage has nothing to do with a scholarship. What matters is your profile. You get it now. But if you are awarded a scholarship and a fully funded scholarship specifically, I will advise you apply with your family before leaving Nigeria. So with that, your family can be shortlisted for interview. You can even request that you will love to attend the interview with your family, and the embassy will treat that with respect. But the moment you get to Germany and you want to start applying for your family, they have to join the waiting list. So and on the waiting time can take a year. Sometimes it can be up to 2 years. So in fact, sometimes it can be up to 2.5 years. You understand? So if you are awarded a fully funded scholarship, you can easily apply with your family while living here. And the advantage of Germany is that your dependent, either your wife, your child, children, as the case may be, they can work without any restriction in Germany. Thank you. Uh,
Hello. Sorry, you called me previously.
no,
Hello?
Emmanuel, sorry, I've jumped over you. Let me just move to the next person. I may call back later. Anthony Abolushoro.
Good evening. Thanks for the session. So, my question is, when you're sending email to professors, is it appropriate for you to ask them, if you don't have a scholarship yet, is it appropriate for you to ask the professors whether they have any funding opportunities for you. That's one. And I just want to confirm if it's possible to get a scholarship before getting an admission, or if you have to get an admission before you can get a scholarship.
All right. In fact, scholarship is like a fast track towards you getting towards you getting an admission. For instance, if you are a master student or you're a PhD student and for PhD, let me just use PhD as a scenario, and you already have your fully funded scholarship. So it's part of what you are going to send to the to your either to the professor that, oh, you already have a fully funded scholarship by so body. You understand? So it's not really advisable for you to be asking a professor whether they have a funding opportunity, because, like I said earlier on, these people, Germany generally, all their for that's public universities, their education is free, everything is free. So they still don't expect you to still be asking them a funding opportunity. Are you getting that now? If you know you can afford the self sponsorship, yes, go, you open a block account, you can just follow up. And then asking for a funding opportunity shouldn't be the first thing. First of all, initiate a conversation, relationship. And one thing about German professors is that if they should reply you, you have the possibility of getting more response. You understand? So first of all, initiate the conversation, the relationship. Then you must access your funding first. Do you have the capacity for self funding program? And by self funding, you are not paying for your either your tuition and all, like it's just for your stipend that you use for self sustenance. So you also have a target that, okay, do you want to go through scholarship route? You understand? So if you know you are getting it, you want to go through scholarship. For instance, now PTDF is a scholarship body in Nigeria that sponsors PhD student. So you can include in the content of the mail that, oh, you are an aspiring scholarship, scholarship. You are aspiring for scholarship, and you'll be willing to work under the supervisor. You understand? So if the supervisor shows an interest, in fact, that's a plus for you. While you are now applying for your scholarship, you can even attach the printout of the of your mail trend. You understand? You can attach it or the page that the supervisor say, oh, he will be willing to supervise you, to admit you. That will also give you an advantage over other applicants. I hope that answers your question. So before I will call on the next person, let me just check through one or two messages on the group whether there are questions there. This person saying, I got my MSc in 2021 in biotechnology, and I've been working in a project management. Uh, Sorry. Okay, I think that's the first question on the group. I wanted to be sure that. Okay, let me start with academic transcript. That do they accept student copy transcript when applying to school via the uni assist or school website? Yes, you can use your academic sorry, you can use your student copy while you are applying. You understand? However, the formal one will still be required. That's official one, whereby the school will send your CV across to the either to uni assist or to the school directly, as the case may be. Then, and if you have a work experience that match the course of study, she won't be able to apply to the course. You can, yes, you can, but you should be able to convince either the scholarship body, for instance, if you're applying for a scholarship, you should be able to convince them very well that you have everything it takes. So because it's on a rare occasion, we they employ somebody who doesn't study a course, unlike the way we have it in the US. You understand? So, but if you can convince them beyond the reasonable doubt, you will be attended to accordingly. And the next question for PhD, uh, you need to be able to secure your funding. and a PhD here is unstructured. Universities barely have any fully funded PhD scholarships. Highest they can do is give you a 6 month scholarship. You must source funding yourself. Sorry, I think this one needs to be. Uh, Let me just throw more light on that. That's from Benson iPhone. Okay, as the case may be. Yes, you are right. But funding in what sense? Is it for research funding? Because there are some programs, there are some university or some schools that will still require you to, we call it a bench fee. Some university they waive the bench fee. Some university they will still require you to pay the bench fee. You understand? So that is why you must have. That's one of the reasons you have to check this through. We have some. I know of universities that employ based on a contract. If there is a vacancy, a research advisor can advertise, and I've seen cases like that where the research this thing have been advertised. So someone said I got my MSc. Okay, I think I can continue from here. In 2021 in biotechnology, and I've been working in project management since. I haven't really been using my certificate. What do I need to do to make me competitive for uh, a PhD application in Germany in biotechnology, and we have been working in project management? It all depends on how you can connect the dots. The fact that you are studying biotechnology does not mean project management. There should be an aspect of your of biotechnology where you can apply the project management. So if you can think around this and you can come up with a problem statement that you'll be willing to, to offer a solution to, I think that will help you. So another question that, so if I secure a fully funded scholarship, I don't need a block account. Yes, if you secure a fully funded scholarship, you don't need a block account. The essence of a scholarship for Germany is just for you to cater for your stipend. So, for instance, now if you are awarded a PTDF scholarship, it is PTDF that will fund your block account for you. So not you in this case. And my living expenses will be covered there. So far it is fully funded. There is provided you are also living moderately, but at least on an average level, your stipend will be enough for you to get a good housing. You still eat well. You understand? But if you know you want to live beyond your stipend, that means you must be ready to also make a provision for additional payment. So let me quickly ask, go to those who have raised their hands. Also, Emmanuel Arosho again. Let me call you if you are there.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome session, sir. So I have just two quick questions. Like, can someone go from bachelor to PhD for Germany? And second, wait, what do I want to ask again? Yeah, that how is it over there in Germany? Like, from securing completing your the degree or master's or PhD, like to getting a career or getting a job there. How complex can it be? Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that. You cannot apply for PhD directly with your masters. So you cannot, as far as uh, at least as far as I know. So you need to get a master before you can apply for a PhD. That's very important. And maybe the job opportunities or post jobs. Yes, it depends on how you can package yourself, how you can present yourself. Even in Nigeria, for instance, that people are claiming that there are no jobs. There are still jobs. There are still jobs. So, and for Germany, I think is it last month or 2 months ago, DW newspaper, the English version, they even published that by 2030, Europe will be shortage of almost 8,000, 8 million workers. So Germany already has that foresight. So for now, they are still, in fact, they are taking more international students so as to meet all that. When that time comes, there will not be shortage of workforce. And it has also been discovered that recently, especially the elderly ones in Germany, as they are retiring, they are not having more Germans are not actually coming up to take the job role. It's because of the language barrier. Because a lot of people, nobody is willing, majority doesn't want to, learn a new language. So there is still an opportunity for you when you get over there. However, I would recommend you start learning the language because the language is very, very important. Germans don't joke with their language. Thank you. Anastasia, can you ask your question, please? Okay, she's not there. Let me call on Gideon Osei.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the opportunity and then for your time. Based on the explanations
Here,
that
the network
given
was not
us.
trying to make me send my message across. Can you hear me? Sorry.
All right, Anastasia, sorry, I will call you back. Let me attend to Gideon first.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And my question was, I've started my school application, and there is a session that says ECTS credits. So with that, Ghana here, we don't use that ECTS credit. We use the transcript system, and that is the CGPA. So in that case, can I convert it myself, or should I request it from my university? Because I know Ghana here, the universities doesn't do direct translation to the ECT credits. So in that case, can I do it myself and submit to the university? Is it accepted?
I will recommend you engage the service of a recognized institution or recognized body. That will make it more uh, acceptable and more effective and more formal.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Anastasia,
Okay, can you hear me now?
yes, I can.
Okay, my major concern has always been, although I have my discipline, my background is engineering, and Germany has been a plan for my future all along. But my major concern has always been HND. And with this whole thing that HND people don't get admission, you have to upskill first, do PGD and all of those stuff. But if I'm honest with you, I'm done with Nigerian system of education. I don't want to even do any other thing that concerns Nigerian education anymore, whether PGD, whether whatever. So is it possible that in my capacity, I'm currently working with a construction company, an engineering background, and I feel like I have a very good chance, but I just want to know if it is possible that what I have in mind can work. Can I get a scholarship, a fully funded scholarship to do my master's with my HND?
Uh, it, it depends on, okay, if you have your HND, I think I will advise you evaluate your HND first. You understand? So when it is after it has been evaluated, then is at least to okay. Before you even do that, please make sure you go to the Anabin website, ANABIN. You understand? Go and check.
Anabin.
Yes, check them, that you check your program, the school you graduated from, the certificate you have. You understand? So you must check, is it applicable? Like, can you use your certificate directly? Is it under H plus? Is it under H minus? Is your degree recognized? So if it is not recognized, when you get to the website, you will be directed to. You may not even do your evaluation for now. You will be directed to. I'm trying to recollect the exact name of like a commission, but it's still under that Anabin. You understand? So they will help you
Okay.
evaluate your document. So, but I think it's around as at the last time I checked, it was 203 euros. So I don't know the current price, but it shouldn't be more than 220, or it might still be 203 or 200 euro as well. So when
Okay.
you check
Like, do
Anabi,
I
you
pay?
get for.
Do I pay the website to check, or I don't understand?
No, it's free. It's free. You check all the schools across any country. You are even in Nigeria. You can easily search through under institution. If you want to confirm whether your school is recognized, type, go to under institution. You check the details. Type your state. your country, the state you are, then that local government, if possible, the name of the school. If it is available, you will see it there. If the name of the school is not available, then you can now request for the evaluation. The same thing applicable for your degree. Also, if the HND is recognized under ANABIN, that's fine. If it is not recognized, you also have to employ the service of the ANABIN. But when you get to that, when you go to the website is just very easy to navigate through. Don't
Okay,
forget
so the website is
ANABIN.
just www.anabim.com or .org or .what.
Let me not. Why don't you just okay? Let me just confirm that. If you just type ANABIN, so you see Anabin University list. Put it that way. Search it. Type that through Google. So you follow the link. Anabin University list. So follow the information. It's very straightforward. So the next
Oh,
you are
okay,
going to
I
see is
found it.
Also,
anabin.kmk dot blah blah blah. I think you can follow the
Oh,
process.
I think I just found it. There's a list of a lot of Anabin. There's Anabin Germany, there's
So
Anabin database, English degree check,
just
something like
you can explore that. Yes.
that.
and
Thank you very
also,
much.
does Germany accept West?
Yeah.
Do they accept
So
West?
when you get to the website, you see those information.
Hello, sir. Yeah, does Germany accept West for
Pardon?
evaluation?
Sorry, sorry. Who just spoke now? I'm trying to. I couldn't see the person.
I'm asking if Germany accepts West
I'm.
evaluation.
Yeah. Am I still on to Anastasia?
No.
Oh no, no, I'm done. Thank you. Someone else is asking if Germany accepts West.
I think I may not be able to give a generic. I may not be able to give a specific answer because some programs will require that you evaluate your document, while some doesn't require. So just check the university because there is no one-way traffic to Germany. Check the university, check their requirement. So if West is required, you may have to do it, but it's not really prioritized like the way other countries require you to do your West evaluation. Well, check your program, check the university.
Right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Ayola Otuyelu. Sorry if I didn't get the pronunciation right. All right, it's not there. Buluatife, can you speak up, please?
All right. So yeah, I'm here actually.
All right, all right. You can speak on. Ayola.
Can I proceed?
Yeah, you can
All right.
proceed.
Yeah, so good evening. Thank you for the the insightful knowledge so far. So my question is majorly I have been seeing a lot of scholarship um advertisements online, and the main problem, or what I found difficult, is accessing the main portal for the scholarship. Like once you tap on the link, although there will be link provided to that scholarship, but once you tap on the scholarship link, it start bringing up different kind of ADS, and majorly what you see the most is MIVA ADS and other institutions that are not even tallying or corresponding to the reason why you tap the link. So, is there a way, like, is there a special method to navigate the exact portal for application, or how is it done?
Okay. I think to get that done, there is no specific way. You just check the website you are checking through. Let me just give an instance. Recently, I saw an advert that said that in-house scholarship opportunity is available for Nigerians. But I didn't even check the. I just I just share the link directly. You understand? So only for me to to click the link. I think the person I shared the link to now checked and said that oh, this thing is not yet available. She couldn't find the link there. So I needed to reach out to a current scholar of that scholarship. It was the scholar that said, no, this thing is not yet out. So all those ads you are seeing, they are just advertisement and a means of getting queue and the like on their website. You understand? So it is always advisable. For instance, if a scholarship is coming from dad, you will definitely see it. You can search the name, you will see it on their portal. Because and for that scholarship, there are in fact numerous that the scholarship that I don't even know all of them. You understand? So, but if any that scholarship is applicable, later you see something like a DAAD, the either .de, that is always applicable to them. So, I think that's the only thing I can say for now. I don't know whether that answer your question or whether you are satisfied with that or not. All right.
I think,
Let
thank you
me.
so much. I think we need to see these people, they will be here forever. You know them. So I think the best thing we can do now is just to round up. Yeah. So
Abeg, make I ask my own question, Mr. Bola Duro.
okay, ask your question, no best, sir.
So, Mr. Bigger, thank you very much for the insightful guidance. So my issue has been with that I've been trying to navigate that website. I think I get lost. I don't know the true process on how to navigate, and I get lost after I'm trying to save in information, and I don't know, the last part. It's just like what the other guy said, but then I'm having issue with navigation to the final bit. And also, if I have a publication that I co-authored, can I also add it in my application too, while I'm still preparing for my own for PhD?
Yes, yes, you
Thank
can. It's not a must. You always the first author. It's not a must. So, but if you can get a publication whereby you also be first author, that will also like that was going to be an added advantage to you. You understand? So, but being a co-author, second author, so it's not a challenge. However, you must also publish in a reasonable journal because don't just because you want to
Yes, I,
publish
I
for publish
published
sake.
in Frontiers.
Hey, I think that's perfect. You can use that. Then there's also a section that will say author's contribution. So I hope your contribution was specifically split out in the journal. So those are the things
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
use that and proceed. That's fine.
Okay.
But please, before I forget, if you are applying for PhD specifically, try and get more publications because I know someone who applied during the screening. The person applied for that, so during the screening, at the screening stage, the clause that was given the person was that the person did not have enough publication. So fortunately for me, I was able to know one of the let me say the panelists that did the final screening. So the person that made us realize that so person, so condition was attached. Although they ended up awarding the scholarship to the person, but maybe with the help of God, also I believe that. So you can have a more for publication, at least to also strengthen your application because you are competing with people across the world. You understand? So very, very important to strengthen your application. And the people from, let me say, Africans generally and Nigerians, we don't really get access to information of publication earlier, unlike our counterparts from India, from Asia. So it's very important, and since you have the information, make sure you publish in a reputable journal that will add to your profile. Thank you. So, and on a final note, Mr. Bola, permit me to just call on Muhammad Moktabelo just to ask his question, just 5 seconds. Can you ask your question,
Sure,
Oh,
yeah, you can,
Muhammad?
yeah, you got it.
okay. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate all this session. So straight to the point. I applied for this DAAD scholarship, the MSc last year, early this year, to TUHH, and it's a joint master's with MBA and also MSc in bioprocessing and chemical engineering. So I got admission in the MBA part, but I didn't get admission in the under bioprocessing. I studied chemical engineering here in ABU's area. So I didn't have publications. So one thing they said was my S2 I didn't qualify for the S2. So I tried to email them to understand what they mean, but they didn't reply me. They were like, I didn't make the CGPA. I had a second class upper. So I tried to explain to them that it's a good GP, but still they didn't reply to me. So in that case, a second class upper, is that something not good, or is it that I should target other schools? Because the school I had, it's a big school. Maybe that's why I didn't get in. As I told, let me ask.
All right.
Should I be targeting smaller
Oh,
schools since I have second class upper? Thank you, sir.
yeah, yes. It depends. There is no. In fact, I know of someone who was admitted to TUM. That's a Technical University of Munich with a 2-1. So I don't really think it should be. I don't know if that is a requirement uh, uh, is a mandatory requirement from that specific program. You understand? If it is a requirement, then you may have to get that. But if it is not a program specific, it's not really a general. Let me say like something. It's not really a rule that without a 2-1. So even with 2-1, you can apply to any school, except if the program or the scholarship we are applying to states that you cannot apply if you didn't get a first class bet. I've not come across that. So that is, I may not be able to comment more than that. So that will not mislead you. So thank you. Thank you. Mercy, Marilyn Ogunlola, just 3 seconds, please. Just 3 seconds. You can ask your question.
Okay, thank you very much. So I wanted to ask, like, the WAEC results, how important is it for master's application? So for we that we don't have like excellent results, is it possible to make changes to our WAEC results if there's like an error in our name or date of birth? And if there are errors, is there any way we can maneuver this?
Okay, you can know if you have any error in your certificate, just swear an affidavit towards that effect. So, take for instance, in my own case now, it wasn't even in my WAEC, it was in my primary school certificate. I had just 2 names, but in my other certificate, there are 3 names. So when I applied, the German embassy had to call me to swear an affidavit confirming that this is this. So if there's any error, make sure you swear an affidavit to that effect. I hope that answers your question. And for master's student, if you're applying for master's degree, much emphasis will be placed on your first degree. That is the immediate certificate you acquired before getting that scholarship or before being admitted. You understand? Say for somebody like me, I am using currently I'm still using a combined result. Why can NECO? I remember then, not like the way you guys have WAHEC now. You know how to navigate yourself. I think Bola can, he understands what we went through. So at the point in my WAHEC, I had D7 in, is it in my, no, in my NECO, I had D7 in mathematics, so I couldn't use NECO. In
Wait,
WAHEC, I
I
had
think I think it was
E8.
chemistry that did dealt with everybody.
So in my
Because of what type of the
chemistry,
chemistry did now.
chemistry in WAEC, I had just I think E8. So you can see, and I'm a science student, so I need both chemistry and mathematics. So I had to be combining my WAEC and my NECO. So unlike now, that you guys can easily navigate through. You know what you do now. If at those days someone who is using a combined result is even far better, not even far might be better. Let me not just make a AC generalization. That someone having 7 A, 6 A's now, because then there was no opportunity or an avenue for the examination malpractice. So we know how things are done. So I think that answers your question.
So
So on
thank
this,
you guys. Do you have anybody who wants to ask
Thank you
question?
very much.
no other person again. So if anybody has any other question, they can
So
reach
you
out
can,
to.
I'll drop his LinkedIn account on the group. So in case he has more questions, you can reach out to him on LinkedIn and ask your question. Let him rest, please. This is more than 2 hours already. Yeah. So thank you.
So
I really appreciate. Thank you.
I just
Thank
wanted to drop my email now in case anybody
Okay,
has.
okay, okay.
I hope that is allowed.
Sure, you can do that.
Okay. All right. I just sent the email now uh, to the chat box. So if you have further questions, you can actually reach out to me. So please, I will recommend make sure you have a subject for your email. So don't just send a random email. So make sure you include the subject to that email. That will assist me in responding on time. Thank you. All right, Mr. Bola, you can be in charge. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate, we appreciate your effort for coming to come and join us today. Thank you so much. I don't know why the speaker and the listener don't want to leave. Me, I want to leave. So thank you so much for your time. It's like 2 hours of your time. I really appreciate your effort. I really appreciate and everything you've done. And I hope that we are going to like reach out to you. I'm going to find a way to like get your LinkedIn profile and the email you dropped to the group. So in case they have a further question, they can research. They can reach out and ask you further question. To be honest, I don't know anything about Germany, but today now I learned a lot of this about Germany application, and thank you so much, and God bless you, and I wish you best.
Bola, please, do we have a WhatsApp group?
So where are you talking? Wait, how do you get the link?
I got it from my friend I met at an exhibition, a conference.
Okay.
I'd like
You
to
can
be
just
added
chat
to
me
the
up on
WhatsApp
LinkedIn.
group. Okay, your LinkedIn account.
Yeah, just chat me up on LinkedIn. Let me see. I
Will
don't
it
want
not
to
be too
have.
professional to chat you up on LinkedIn just to ask for a WhatsApp group?
Uh-huh. So I can't
I'm
send the
testing.
WhatsApp group here. That's the problem.
Okay,
I can't
okay,
just send the
okay,
link out here. I don't
okay.
know. Okay, let me see what I can do. I'm coming. Let me see. Let me see what I can do. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So hold on, please. Let me leave YouTube first.